Nothing democratic about Tinubu's government. Lawyer Inibehe Effiong condemns crackdown on free speech in Nigeria. Nigerian human rights lawyer Inibehe Effiong has said there is nothing democratic about President Bola Tinubu's administration. Yes, we are like in a military regime. Like, this is a military regime. You can't talk. You can't see your mind. You can't protest. You can't say anything on your phone. They'll trace your phone to the house and come and arrest you. According to him, under Tinubu, Nigeria have been denied the barest minimum in terms of free speech. He noted that the Muhammadu Buhari regime had already brought a terrible dictatorship upon the country. Effiong stated that under Tinubu, the media is being targeted, journalists are being tried, and bloggers are being harassed. Nigerians on social media are not spared either. He explained that the State Security Services (SSS) essentially decides who can access the courts and often denies people their rights. Speaking on News Central on Thursday, Effiong emphasized that Nigerians are still being denied the minimum standard of free expression, and some cases at the Federal High Court continue to be treated with the same atmosphere of impunity. The human rights lawyer also condemned the situation where someone claiming to be the NANS president, Atiku Abubakar Issa, was allegedly abducted, tortured, and later made statements implicating the president's son. And thereafter, VDM came outside and scattered the whole thing. They arrested VDM, and then they forgot about the president's son that was accused by somebody else. Shortly afterwards, the State Security Services abducted him again. Effiong noted that Nigerians were told he was meant to recant his statement, but his whereabouts remains unknown. Can you imagine? According to Effiong, if you look at his tenure as governor of Lagos State from 1999 to 2007, you may want to really ask, did President Tinubu as governor of Lagos State allow for dissent? Did he allow for plurality of views? Did he accommodate diversity in the politics of Lagos? The answer is no. He has always been a one-party person. The governance of Lagos under him was revolved around him. It always revolved around him. And that is why many years after he has left, from Fashola to Ambode, now to Governor Sanwo-Olu, Lagos is still under the strong grip of Tinubu. So if you have somebody who has that kind of background as the president of the country, it is common sense to expect that he will continue in that pattern. And that is what we are seeing now at the national level. That under this president, Nigerians have been denied the barest minimum in terms of free speech. The Buhari regime had brought very, very terrible dictatorship on the country. We saw a situation where even our courts, the presence of our courts, were desecrated. He said under this president, some matters at the federal court are still being subjected to the same atmosphere of impunity, where the day Nnamdi Kanu is being taken to court, for example. You see this SSS. Meanwhile, I don't like calling them DSS. Yes, this is also part of the way of protesting the impunity of the country. That name is, we have to insist on their correct name. You see the SSS go basically check who can access the court, deny people access to courts. That is also an infringement on the judiciary. But what I am telling you as a Nigerian is that this government has no freedom. They have no respect for freedom of expression. Yes, the media is being targeted. Journalists are being tried. Bloggers are being targeted. Nigerians on social media, like the case already that you mentioned, a core member who basically went on social media to air her grief about what is admittedly the poor governance of the country. She was targeted also. Effiong said. The human rights lawyer stated, we saw the student, I think in Delta State, the nurse. Now we are reading that she has failed the exam. Curiously, so Nigeria may want to know whether her skills were fairly marked, because you know what happened behind the scene in this country. We are seeing a situation where someone that says he is a NANS president, was medically abducted, and tortured, and then came out to make statements implicating the son of the president. Soon after, the State Security Service abducted him. We are hearing that he was meant to recant the statements he had made. As I'm having this interview with you now, the whereabouts of the boy is still unknown. Can you imagine? That is not a country that has respect for freedom of expression. That is not a country whose president can lay claim to be a Democrat. There is nothing democratic about this president, absolutely nothing. And if you look at even the manner of governance, the old madness that is going on at the political scene where everybody seems to be coalescing, behind the bailout of the APC, it is also a demonstration of the intolerance for dissent. Why do you think everybody is running to APC today? Because there is no popularity of views. There is no accommodation for dissent, Effiong said. So that guy is missing. Now, wow, it is well. God will really help us in this country. Jane Fan says, you're absolutely right, young lawyer. It's right though. Cleto says, he's very correct, obviously. He's saying the truth. He's saying the facts. I don't believe that. So that guy they arrested, they said they want him to come and recount what exactly happened. And it's been a case. I always say that they always use VDM to distract Nigerians. But nobody is accepting. Nigerians, we are too blind to notice that whenever something happens and it is time to attack this government, they use VDM as a point of distraction. They would either arrest him or he comes and start making all that his videos and talk about something else, and people's attention will be diverted to that thing that VDM is doing. People do not notice that. I don't understand why they are not noticing that VDM is being used as a distraction. It is well. I hope they find out one day, the same way they found out about Shawari. I hope they find out. Richard Oke says, I trust his leadership. May God bless Mr. President Tinubu, and may your vision for our beloved country bring about positive transformation. You trust his leadership. Yeah, they said. They smell. Lawrence says, President Tinubu should prioritize Nigerians' welfare over personal interest and refrain from promoting tribalism. If he aims to gain the people's trust, leaders like Umaru Musa Yar'Adua and Olusegun Obasanjo work towards unity, achieving success by leveraging expertise, regardless of tribe. In contrast, Tinubu's tribalistic approach, lack of job creation, and neglect of pressing issues have left the masses suffering. A more inclusive and merit-based leadership approach would better serve the nation's interests. Jamila says, when criticizing the government or anything, one must be objective, constructive, and fair. Nothing good is not an objective, not constructive and fair. If you gave this lawyer a small position today, he'll probably be more authoritarian than those he is attacking. Besides, we know that there is no democracy in the Nigerian Bar Association. They are always accusing each other of undemocratic acts. It is well. And thus it says, one of the most brilliant young lawyers in Nigeria, fearless, courageous, and patriotic, is actually fearless and courageous. Today, my listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. Bye.